speaking truth, it start happening like this sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
But we got the homie T.J. the guy in the building, man. Yeah, tell us about yourself, bro. I mean,
shit, man. I've been on this music journey for a minute, but really, I didn't become conscious and start putting shit together until recently. You know, about 5-6 years ago, I just switched it up. I wanted to be like for something.
Right.
Like the music I make, I wanted to stand for something. Especially today, like niggas is making music about, you know, fucking another nigga bitch. Shooting,
fucking other niggas.
You know what I'm saying?
Either or. These niggas out here wild.
It's just getting out of control. You know, we gotta go back to what we living in a system that is not built for us.
Right.
Down to what milk you drink.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I switched over to almond milk just because white milk ain't good for us. You drinking like an animal, a different type of animal's milk. We don't do that type of shit, you know? Like, most of us not even from Africa. Like, when you really look into it, they say less than 10% of us is really from Africa.
Oh, he woke. I like him. He woke.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We native. We been here.
All true. Let me ask you this. It's funny because I can remember when I started doing music, and even when this happened to me when I first. You remember that CD that was floating around? It was called The Truth. And it was all it was about the Illuminati when niggas was first getting on the Illuminati.
I think it was like a while back, huh?
Yeah, it was a while
Early
back.
2000s.
It was probably mid-2000s.
Mid-2000s.
And my mama gave it to me. She was like, well, since you want to do music, I came across this. You need to look at this. And the way I was raised was when you get in any type of lie, everything comes from some type of truth.
Right.
And so, but I'm a researcher by nature. Anything you give me, I'm about to start. I'm gonna go inside.
Inquisitive.
Boy,
yeah.
I got into that thing. I was.
You know, like the truth is mind blowing. Like we are connected to the cosmos, like on a different level. You know, when you see Egyptian walls is painted with like different type of gods, this is just a theory that's out there. We came from the true source of what's living. You know, you can't really replicate what's inside of us or what animates us. And so down to that molecular level of melanin is more conducive.
Let me ask you this. What was the significant moment that made you switch? Because it's easy, being in the game, doing music, it's easy to go along with the crowd because nobody wants to be doing this for no reason. Yeah. Everybody want to make a living off this.
Exactly.
And you start getting it, you start thinking like, well, damn, should I just make at least one song to get them popping a little something? What was that significant moment? Because I think it's always a significant moment for everybody. Like, you know what? I'm not fuck what everybody else wants.
Right.
What was that moment that made you switch up?
I had some people behind me, and like some people, you know, after a while they just kind of fall off the train, you know.
Yeah.
And I started looking at shit like, what am I out here really doing this for? I'm repping this little set, but what is this set about? Just making money, and we're not trying to do nothing positive or progressive.
Right.
I'm not trying to build nothing or nothing like that. So I was like, nah. And niggas out here getting shot, you know what I'm saying, for making this type of music. If I'm gonna die for this shit, I'm gonna die for something that actually stands for something.
Right.
It's a lot of niggas that died. No disrespect, it's a lot of us, black people that died just because they was black. Mm-hmm. So I'd be doing them an injustice and myself an injustice if I didn't support that or, you know, contribute to at least do something about that.
It's real.
So
that's definitely all facts, man. That is homie T.J. the guy in the building, man. One thing I wanted to touch on today, going down that rabbit hole, being an artist. Have you ever been to LA?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Have you ever went into the Hollywood?
Hollywood, yeah. It's like run down.
It'll scare the shit out you when you feel like, down. This ain't what I expected, bro.
Nah.
When you see that and you hear so many stories going down that rabbit hole, how does it make you feel as far as an artist, like, you know what I mean?
To me, I feel like I'm connecting the dots. Like I do trap conscious, so I put it to a trap beat, so I'm getting the trap listener's ear, but at the same time I'm dropping some type of facts, you know, trying to actually build us as a people. I feel like if you gangster, you like claim that you just the hardest nigga out. What's the hardest thing to do right now?
Right.
Stand up for your people.
Yep. Rest in peace, Nip.
You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Nip. So I mean, nigga, like it don't even matter how much money you got. This nigga was finna buy casinos and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, he was making power moves. So we already see what that's gonna do. We really need to just stand behind the idea. It's really not just one person.
And especially with the city going so crazy, man. I think somebody else got killed last night.
Yeah.
Downtown, man. Downtown been going crazy. Deep Ellum and everything.
That's true.
Especially with so much going on in that sense, man. And we supposed to be keepers of our city, and you see so much. You see so much like the beef. I've never understood. Especially when you at a certain point of where people like me and you are trying to get to that point.
Trying to get to.
And you niggas is beefing. That's the shit I be like, bro, y'all doing it backwards.
And that's what I'm saying. Is that conducive to our people?
Right.
You know, like niggas on that level, they got a certain attention. They got a certain crowd. You know, they almost looked at as gods or deities.
Yeah.
So I feel like we got a responsibility. That's where music started, anyways.
Man, I'm back on live, but I'm trying to get this thing. I'm trying to get everybody watching this thing. My bad, man. What's your political stance on?
So I feel like everything that really is true and real has already been prophesied, and if you really research that, it's a book called 1891, and it talks about a boy that kind of resembles Trump, you know, and it's like his son, but it's like back in the days, and this nigga sees the future pretty much.
Yeah.
And it says the title of the book is The Last President.
Heard of that,
Yeah. So I'm like,
have you read 1984?
The one that came before it?
Yeah. So 1984 by George Orwell.
Oh yeah.
Good book.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Good book.
That was a long time ago, though.
Yeah.
It's like high school.
And it's crazy how that's why when it comes to politics myself, man, everything is a show, smoke and screen, if you ask me. Nothing happens by chance.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That's why when people say, let's go vote, let's go do this, I'm just not with the shits right now. Only thing I think we can really change is the locals. But even if you look at the local elections, and we talked about this before, when do you hear about who's running for whatever city council or anything?
Right at election time.
Right at election time.
That's
2 weeks
it.
before.
That's it.
And we as melanated Aboriginal people, we can't even afford to take the time off to even go to some of these meetings. Most of us working 2 jobs, 1 or 2 jobs, and you got kids. When do you ever have time to even gain the knowledge of who you voting for?
We don't.
So when the system is set up for you not to even be involved, how the hell can you consciously make an educated guess on who's representing you?
But with us being the people that we are, you know, the chosen people of Scripture, we gotta we gotta see that coming.
True.
Our let's say our enemy or our oppressor will do everything in his power to kind of keep us, you know, subjugated and not able to wake up.
And I agree with that. I can't hear him like I do you. Oh no, because you right in front of me. She said she can't hear you.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Okay, well, we getting live back rolling. I'm sorry, y'all, man. I think we
My
when
fault,
we be
my
speaking
fault.
truth. Speaking truth, sometimes live
Stuff
go
be
crazy,
happening.
man. So y'all bear with us. I definitely agree with that. And there's so many different factors that can skew those views and skew how we react, and you know, food, chemical imbalance, and all, and what's and whatnot. But when we start speaking about being involved, if you don't even know how to take those steps to be involved, how can you be effective? In a sense of, kind of, for example, when they're talking about business 101, we know that we eventually got to buy back you have to buy back your city to even start making waves. But if you don't even know how to run a business, customer service, that's one of the biggest complaints I hear about black business is customer service trash. But damn, just in a sense, customer service need to be taught. If you ain't never taught how to run a business, how to treat people that come into your store, how can you ever be successful in that sense?
But some people are better behind the scenes, you know, not so much in front of the scenes as well.
True.
So we got to find out where they fit. You know, we all got a part in coming together and doing something. I might do something better, you know, as far as drawing. Somebody might not be able to do that.
In other words, there's too many goddamn chiefs, not enough.
Just had the thought of that.
Exactly. not enough Indians.
So what I was thinking on that, right, is isn't that where the thought of the tribe comes in?
Right.
Mm-hmm. Not everybody has time to go to these meetings and find out who's about what and who's running for this, and but there should be people that are delegated in your area.
It should be.
We go. I'll go find out what's happening, get notes, and know who's about what's going to benefit us. I should be able to come back and tell you, hey, we should be supporting this person. Here's why.
But
now,
we can't trust. We can't.
And it should be trusted people in your community,
right?
That should be involved in that.
And that's why
everybody can't go.
That's why what Nip was doing was really prominent, because he was starting in the community.
Right.
And that's what we got to do. We got to start in the community and be on the same page. I mean, you might do something different than I do.
Right. And he was trusted, but hell, we can't even trust a motherfucker to whoop our kids' ass for doing something that they see. Cause somebody touch your kid, what you gonna do? Nah, hey, bro, I'm touching my kid. You ready to shoot that one, right? But that's what neighborhoods were used to be, right?
Yeah.
But if we don't have that trust anymore, how can we trust somebody to say? And I agree with everybody what we're saying. I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Right.
Devil's advocate. Right. But if we can't even trust somebody to discipline our kids when they doing wrong, when they trying to keep them from getting the police called on them, how can we even trust them to like do the right thing in politics? Because politics so dirty now. You start seeing that money. I live in DeSoto, and DeSoto going through it right now when it comes to money.
I bet.
DeSoto going through it right now. From people stealing money, and it's us. It's us.
I feel like the more stuff keeps happening. I hate to say it, especially to the black people. I feel like we gonna really start coming together.
Yeah.
Nip that was a hard one. Everybody felt that. I feel like the whole world felt like some type of way. Dude was positive and he was making a stand for his people as well. So, but the more of us that start waking up and coming together on just basic idea of this is what we need to do, and to make those strides together as a people, we're gonna have to come together first and have each other back.
Speaking also in politics, you see, have you ever heard of the log cabin? I forget the full name. Basically, you know how you got the Green Party. There's this party called the Log Cabin. Put two and two together. Log Cabin, Brokeback Mountain. You know what type of party it is. But in 2016, when before Trump was put in office, they denounced him. They didn't support him. Now they just said they're gonna ride with him for this next election. Now I start thinking like, why would they change their mind and vote for this man? And then I start thinking about Jeffrey Epstein. Like, ooh, because the LGBT, and they try to throw that P in there too.
Yeah.
They try to throw that P in there.
I feel like they're trying to give us something else to focus on, though. We really need to focus on just coming together as a people. And one of the things we got to get over is that religion thing.
Man, that boy, we going down the rabbit hole. We don't never go down here. You know what? And I feel you on that. The reason why I don't go into religion on this show, it's such a sensitive topic. That's a part of the rabbit hole nobody wants to touch.
Exactly.
Because people don't want to know the depictions and the pictures of when our ancestors were in church, slave master was sitting right over. People don't want to know that part.
That's true facts, though. I'm not talking about no parodies. We got a generation that's just used to parodies and shit not being facts. So then they don't know. They don't want to know what the truth is because they don't know that there really is a truth. They're thinking everything can be a variable, so it's not really like that.